Yeah. So, if anybody cares, the stream is up. I mean, hang on. Yeah, don't worry about it. It will probably be a little laggy because, you know, I'm driving the whole thing off a cell phone, but it should be functional-ish. I don't know if you can see it. Okay, sorry, that was my, that was a bit of feedback in there. Oh, there it is. I'm gonna put it in Skype real quick. There we go. Yeah, it's pretty familiar with that. I'm gonna see if I can hook up KML, which it's one of those things that just should be working, except not, because it's acting up. The problem is that I can't see the the thing is that I can either see the stream or see the monitor. I can't do both. For robot control is something me and Riley wrote, and for you know, actual streaming, it's OBS. Like, can you see the map? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's the case. Now that should actually focus. No, really, this should focus on the robot, which should be barely visible over there. It'd be nice if this thing would just move where I tell it to. There we go. Okay, and the system should be coming out in a moment. Now this is interesting because this guy can actually climb over some obstacles fairly well. That's a 3D printer closet. If some people are in the closet, I have a factory in mine. Now one thing. Yeah, that's what the robot sees, and the string underneath is the GPS coordinates, which should start showing up on the map quickly, I hope. And you know, the other stuff is just kind of there. Clients, Truckbot. And apparently it's not loading properly because I don't get to show off today. The other thing this guy can't do is open doors. So it's a bit like a Velociraptor in that respect. Except eventually they learn. I'm hoping to make this thing, you know, put like an arm on it. And you should be able to see a little tiny, oh, there it is. See the little dot, the little pink dot on the, on like the parking lot? Okay, there should be a little pink and green dot right there. Ah, there it is. You can kind of see the. Okay, I'm gonna have to flatten. I'm gonna have to flatten. There we go. That's better. You can kind of see. You can kind of see it there. That's a very shitty vector representation of the antbot. And that's me using a towel to hold the door open. Okay. Now this guy can either be driven or you can give it like movement orders like a unit in StarCraft. And the effective range of it is pretty much as much as the... Wait a minute. And it disconnect. Oh yeah. Okay. It's out of Wi-Fi range now. So we gotta wait a minute, and it will reconnect using the cell phone connection. And here. Sure. Sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's basically trying to reconnect. I haven't actually tested this because I usually started with the cell phone connection, so this is kind of experimental. So if it doesn't work, I'm gonna have to run outside and click on it, which is kind of what I'm trying to avoid. The farthest we've driven this thing was from, well, not, it didn't make the trip, but the farthest we've driven one of these was from Italy to Australia, which is roughly at the other side of the world. And let me see if I can make sure that it reconnects. Yeah, you know what I forgot to do? Put the data plan, activate the data plan. Because I'm derp. That's more like it. Okay, we're back, and this time their long-range link is on. I don't know if you can see me at all, but here I am. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Can I be heard? Testing. Testing, testing. Is this on in any reasonable way? Hello? Testing. Testing, testing. Okay, well, good enough, you know. There we go. Okay, so now that's the 3D representation of the Truckbot, which we will be following. Now, one thing that's interesting is this little guy. See, everything is huge for it. So what we're gonna be okay now that we're back on track using the actual cell phone connection, and I have to note that connection switcher doesn't quite work yet. We are going to be heading to UPS to deliver this package. Once we're there, the TTS system will instruct the UPS employee on what to do. And as you can see, this guy's actually hauling ass pretty well. Unfortunately, the GPS doesn't seem to have matched up to it just yet. So let's make sure that the KML files are being generated. That's more like it. And there is the Truckbot right there. You can see it moving on the sidewalk and on the map. Now the map is a bit off because this is a GPS. This is a GPS on a phone, so they're not that good, but you know, it gets there. So the plan is to stay off the road as long as possible, while in fact making sure that we get to our destination before 6:30. Now this thing is pretty fast. It can move at a walking pace. I'm running it at about 2/3 speed right now because I want to save the battery. Now this has a solar panel, but since I wanted the UPS person to be able to get the package out, it's not, you know, it's not active. I'm pretty happy. This thing is hauling a decent amount of ass. Can you see okay? Can you see the map and the other thing? Okay, on the map you should see a little box with an arrow on it. Now the arrow is a little off because it's based on a compass. But thanks. Now this trip was done with an actual ant bot, which is about a quarter of the size of this guy. This thing here is about the size of 2 shoe boxes next to each other, or a large RC car. In fact, it used to be an RC car. I took the radio out and I replaced it with my control system. Shoot. I asked permission at Safeway and they said no. We've done something like that. We've sent one out to pick up a sandwich. This was in Italy, so what happened is that I called the police in advance about it, and the police person taking the call didn't really believe me. So what happened after that is that I sent the thing out, and it's almost reached the grocery store, and then the bomb squad has surrounded it. So I end up having, yeah, that was derp. Oh, they were really nice. Oh, they thought the whole thing was... Well, okay, so what I did is I parked it and I said... Because, again, it has a phone on it, so I just called the phone. Which is on... it was on auto answer back then. So what I do is I park the thing and I say, hey, guys, I'm going to park this thing in a corner and just get my bike and camp down there so we can talk. And Italian police are actually pretty smart about this stuff, fortunately. Okay. Okay, I gotta make sure. Why did the robot cross the road? To get to the other side. There we go, that's better. So what happens after that was they just kinda... Okay, imagine the picture. My mom comes home. By the way, there's a YouTube video for this. My mom comes home to find my grandma and my great aunt, they're really nice about my stuff, entertaining, as in making tea for the bomb squad of Verbania, Italy, while I set them there on like old computers and they were playing bumper cars with the ant bots in the middle of our living room. And that's what my mom came home to. Yeah, well, the good thing is that, okay, I've been doing robotic stuff in Verbania since 2004. So the local police there is kind of used to me. They're really nice about it. They were just like, why didn't you call us? Like, dude, I did call you, just your dispatch person didn't write it down anywhere. Yeah, all the derp. All the derp. So yeah, this thing is about half a mile away now. I haven't updated the map. Oh, there it is. You can kind of see the the pink lines there on where I'm going. And there I am. You see the little green dot there? And I have a bit of a ways to go though, so let's get back to it. Time is not... in this case, time is not money. However, time is definitely battery. A bad thing about this thing is that the cell phone is on all the time, so this thing uses up quite a lot of its own battery just sitting there. Which is why ordinarily it has a solar panel on it. Well, ordinarily it has a solar panel on it. Now, if I end up in a dead cell phone area, my signal degrades. I can still drive it by degrading the quality of video, which I have. Well, that's why the older one was shitty, because I had to run it at 30 by 20. This is, by the way, the graphics of this thing is actually really low. It's 120 by 80. I know. I am doing. Thanks. I'm doing some clever stuff with video compression. Matter of fact, yep, yep, not bad either. So that's actually with enhancement turned on, and I've actually ripped this off of a SNES emulator. But you can see that it kind of slows stuff down, so I'm actually gonna turn it back off now. Since, you know, resolution is good enough. There we go, we got kind of stuck there. One thing that, okay, see here that the image quality kind of went for a moment. If I am in a bad position, I can lower resolution considerably, like so, and now it's smooth again. And this lets me get through patches where the you know, the phone signal is not good. If it comes to that, I can even actually drive this thing by GPS if I need to. It's like no image. Matter of fact, it can drive itself. I have a boat out there that's been out there since 2008 that drives itself. Well, I don't have. Well, I don't have it. It was for a customer, but that's kind of the point. Okay, we seem to be getting better view, so I'm going to change the resolution again and put color back on. There we go. The idea is that, again, you can kind of you can either let it pick automatically, or you can set your compromise between low resolution and slow update rate. Now this is about a mile out already, because I'm at the curve nearby there, and you can kind of see the little pink crumbs on the map. On the map, they're all over the place because this thing has really shitty GPS. But the boat, for the record, the boat does not use the GPS from a phone. It has a nautical GPS, and those are good because they kind of have to be. And I'm kind of stuck in the like halfway between the grass and the. Okay, let me get out of the grass now. There we go. One thing that's interesting about this thing is that about pretty much any place that's wheelchair accessible, this can go to. Steering is done by, I don't particularly like WASD the arrow keys. For steering, you use the number keypad. Because I do that. There's not much to say. Okay, this is basically the road that I've been told that I cannot cross with this thing. What I need to do is I need to put some traffic lights, like some you know, signal turn lights and stuff, and you know, take it to the sheriff's department so that they can say okay or no. Now, last time I tried this, some jackass had left a shopping cart on the sidewalk. Now I'm going slow here because if I get off the sidewalk, I'm kind of screwed. This thing is about it's about 3/4 of the way there actually, so not too bad. You can see the cars going. So yeah, the idea with this thing is that it should be a bit smaller than a wheelchair. And huh? When I bring it back, I'm gonna drive it in front of a mirror so you can see it. It's about the size of 2 shoe boxes. Oh, there's small. There are smaller ones. Don't get me wrong. Uh, no, that's cute. So what is going on here is that you can actually tell the viewpoint is kind of low, so everything looks big. Now, if we were to do this drive with one of the really small ones, it would feel like we did like 50 miles. Trust me, because we've done that. Now, all this is because I'm too lazy to walk a mile. But that's engineers for you. Okay, so we're going under some trees, so the resolution is going to decrease. So as soon as I get signal back, I am going to wait, did this thing crap out? Please don't have crapped out. Please keep working. Please. Come on. Here it is. There we go, that's better. It reconnected. See, now it says Truckbot. It says there's 2 Truckbots. There's actually only one. It lost connection. So when it threatens to lose connection, you can further lower the resolution. Configure resolution, and let's put it medium cell with post-processing. And that's what you get. Now this is a very low power, low consumption mode. And it looks kind of like an 80s video game a bit, I guess. Now we got off the bed part. So configure resolution again. And okay, let's bring it back to normal. There we go. We're almost at our destination. Now, what I try to do to avoid freaking people out, I try to stay off the sidewalks as much as possible. Yeah, well, people are gonna have to get used to it. Okay, we got another signal interruption. There we go, that's better. People are gonna have to get used to this because it will happen. The thing is that Amazon wants to do this with helicopters. The problem I have with that is that helicopters are dangerous because, you know, you got this big thing with propellers. If it falls on you, it hurts you. If the propeller's running when it hits you, you can get cuts. Now this guy, this guy is small and is big enough to drive around, but it's still small enough that if anything happens, you can just kick it. You can kick it and it will get out of your way. Well, again, this is safer. Plus, since it's not an aircraft, it doesn't have any FAA regulations on any of that crap. Now, I don't remember if we can go backwards. See, the problem is that one thing it cannot do is steps. See the steps there? So I can't go that way. One thing that I have used this for once was give it to this disability lawyer who had people drive it so that they could get a feel what it's like to not be able to, you know, do a step or deal with architectural barriers. And they found that it was actually more, because one thing they did is that they offered people, it was like a corporate training thing that they did in Alameda. And what happened was they found that if you told people be on a wheelchair for a bit, you know, people kind of got offended or didn't really learn much from it. But if you gave them a robot, people were wanting to try it. You know, it was not a chore; it was a fun thing. Except then they would find out the same stuff. They would learn that you know, you can't do steps. Of course, I could make a bigger robot and make it do steps and shit. But you know the cute thing about this thing? This whole device cost less than $300. It was $50 for the chassis, $75 for the phone, and about 100 for the electronics, and that's it. I know, right? Okay, so what I'm gonna do next is knock on the door. And I'm actually kind of banging against the door here. Yeah, I hope they let me in. I think he's seen me. Mm-hmm. Oh no, this thing talks now. It can talk. It can synthesize voice. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna give them a call. Yeah. Oh, they're like, dude. Well, I'm gonna have to wait for, somebody to open this thing. Dude, seriously, let me in. I feel like Peter Pan knocking at the window. What the hell? Okay, let's see here. Let's give these guys a call real quick, huh? There we go. Now, what's funny is that that's actually my main phone, so I'm kind of hoping they don't dick with it. So let me call them on Skype. Oh, okay, they opened it. Dude, let me in. What the hell? What an asshole. Hi, my robot's outside. Can you open the door for it? Thank you. I was not. I was knocking. Hello. Yeah, I'm talking to them, and so I told them when you have retrieved the package, please push down on the lid. That way the viewpoint will move, and I can see that somebody's got the message for this. So yeah, that was the whole trip. I'm in this building right now. I'm saying, can you hear me? I can only see your feet. I am short. Hello. Okay, they finally got the point that there's a package in it. Hey, there's a dog here. That's interesting. It's kind of cute that we can actually like talk to the. See, the thing is that if I were to try to call, the video quality would really go down. So I'm trying to not do that. And I'm asking them to please stick the receipt on top of the box. And you know, it's one of them things. We will take the package, but our policy is to have the customer drop off and take the receipt. I will put the receipt in the box. So what I did there is to be able to read what they were saying, I increased the resolution a little bit. Did you see that? Okay, now we gotta go home. What do you think? Yeah, I gotta. Thanks. I gotta work on the interface a bit. You know what's sad though? We started. Okay, we did the first grocery run with this thing in 2010, and nobody wanted these. We sold like less than 100. Now, granted, this version is much improved, but still. Yeah, fair enough. Now, again, one thing that again a cute thing is that this thing seriously, this is gonna cost if you know if I were to sell it with a little bit of only a little bit of profit, I could sell this for 200 bucks and say you bring your own phone, and that would be it. Now the GPS seems to think we've crossed the road for some reason, and I just gotta go home. That's easy. That's the easy part. It doesn't have any arms. Oh no, these guys know me. They knew it was coming. The first time was a bit harrowing. Yes, they were like, "What the fuck is that thing?" The thing is that okay, the first one I made, they were all metal and black, so they looked kind of threatening. Uh, this one is intentionally built. This one is intentionally built like a toy, because you know that way it doesn't look scary. So let me kind of pee on the hydrant here for a sec. Okay, not this version. The slightly fancier version has a sonar, so it cannot bang into things. And I started to run low on batteries because this is having a hard time climbing, but you know we'll get there. Whoa, 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 whoa! Wrong way, very wrong way. That's better. I should probably just get on the grass and stay on the grass. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, that's kids. So they have the right of way. This drives a lot better than the old ones. The old one kept trying to go to the left or to the right. Let's be polite and say hello. People they already went back inside. See, one thing is that people in the neighborhood are kind of getting used to me. And yeah, just drive it home. Let's see, where am I on the map? I'm right here. Now the map says that I'm in the middle of the road, but that's actually not true. And I don't know why the hell it went to Street View, but see the little like pink things? They show you where you've been. Yeah, okay, hang on. I'm kind of falling off the edge of the map here. Okay. It's just that's just like a little notch on the map to mark where you've been, and then the actual robot position is marked with a little stylized robot, which looks like shit. Come on, get out of there. Am I out of battery? Okay, you see that the video quality has degraded again? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna lower the resolution and drive it home like that. Okay, I think it crapped out again. Yeah, it got disconnected. Let me adjust the map in the meantime and I hope it reconnects, you know. Oh, there it is. It reconnected. Yeah, there's basically a watchdog that says if I cannot talk to the to the base for a minute, it will basically dial again. And that's actually solved a lot of problems. Now, what I need to do is for this thing, actually, oh yes, get out of Street View. Great, thank you. Now I can actually see where the hell I'm going. Stupid Google Maps. Nah, it's, you know. Alright. And I think we're gonna be home in a bit. And that's the guy with the moving truck. Now what I want to do is I want to have it kind of show itself at the end of the movie. So I'm gonna think D's busy, but otherwise I have to grab a mirror. Instead, I'm just gonna keep driving it. And when it gets here, I guess you'll get a view. I think I stepped on a dog poop. When it gets here, I'm gonna get like a mirror so you can see this thing. So it can see itself. Now I'm kind of cheating a little bit because what I did was, in case the map does not work, I have added the a waypoint by having the car park where I'm supposed to turn, which is a bit cheaty, but you know, make life a bit easier for myself. Now, where the hell are we? Ah, there it is. You know, maybe I should have the trail be something other than pink. If you have any questions, ask away, huh? I'm recording this, so you're actually doing me a favor. Okay. That's a... Well, if you guys want kits, I have them. I mean, the only thing is that you're gonna need a bunch of old Android phones to operate them, but those are cheap. If it's a school, you can probably get them donated. And I think that's my car. I think I'm nearly home. Am I home? Not yet. That's not my car. Don't fall. Don't fall off. Stay on the sidewalk. If you fall off the sidewalk, you can't climb back on. Wait, is that my car? It is my car. I'm the only person who parks that horribly. Okay. And come on, you're almost home. Home stretch now. I'm having a hard time turning because the batteries are kind of dying at this point. And this guy does not have particularly good batteries. However, we can get the most out of them by ramping up the power, what's left of it. Okay. I don't think I'm home yet. Guess we get to keep driving for a bit. Come on, you're almost home, dude. Come on, little guy. Craziest thing happened with the Renegade, so I sent it out, and you wanna know what that thing does? It loses a wheel. And I'm like, why am I having a hard time turning? Then it comes back home, and it's missing a freaking wheel. I was like, why is it tilted? You know, I thought like one of the suspensions had given out. Yeah, but you know. Okay, so yeah, so basically what this does is that this is differential steering, meaning that it has wheels, but it drives as if it was a tank, so it doesn't have like a steering pinion. In order to turn around, it turns the right wheels one way and the left wheels the other way. Come on, come home. You're almost home. Come on. So I'm kind of hoping the batteries last. That's the thing, actually. The batteries on this guy are the original battery for the RC car. And they're kind of crappy. But, you know, there's hoping. Okay, then. Slam it. I'm giving it all she's got, Captain. Come on. Come on, you're almost home. Should have put a solar panel on this thing. Yeah, I'm kind of slowing down here. But maybe we can pull this off. Come on. Come on, do that. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Come on. Yeah, no, it's just kind of low on power, you know? Okay, let's try to get a bit of a head start then. Yeah, no, I'm out of juice here. So system works, battery not so much. Wait, maybe I can just kind of pull something out of my ass here. Let's see. Come on, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Eh, not quite. Okay, so we can't get back up there, but maybe we can do something else. Let's find out. Nope, don't look like it. Okay, let's try to really slam it. So. Almost. Almost. Okay, wait a bit. I'm just gonna have to do like baby steps until I clear the hurdle. Have we cleared the hurdle? Not yet. Yes! Finally! Maybe we can drive this thing home, or at least to the car. That would be good. See, this is kind of how I imagine like the people driving the Mars rovers feel, because if they fuck up, you know, the thing's dead in the water. There is no salvation for it. Does that make sense? It's about a block away actually, so not far at all. It's almost home. Given my luck, it'll probably crap out right before. I should have put a solar panel on top of it. Let's see if this guy notices me. Apparently not. That was kind of sad. Alright. So these busy. Looks like I can drive, but only in reverse. That's interesting. I can't turn. I can't turn. This is really out of juice. So I think these still busy. So I'm gonna have to recover this. Can't think of it. Where the heck is the anyway? It's like if I stop a bit, it's like it's out of breath more than out of batteries. Because if I stop a bit, it moves a bit. Huh? The delivery went perfectly. Unfortunately, the battery not so much. No, I got it. What I'd like you to do is maybe explain the system for me.
I can't explain the system at all. I'll go get it.
All right. It's about a block.
Be right back.
So I'm kind of shuffling forward now. Not much else to see, I think. What I'm happy about is that, you know, what crapped out is the battery, which arguably was not a big deal. Kind of inching home. If I actually do a video on YouTube, I'm gonna, you know, fast forward this part because this is kind of boring. And I have been picked up. So Deep picked me up. And it's probably gonna reconnect at some point. I am not a portal turret. I should do one that's, you know, white and has a red eye, and just give it that voice. That'd be cute. Yeah, I think we're done here for now. I do want to show you the the robot. So when D comes in, I can just have it kind of, you know, look at itself. So let's get it. Let me get a mirror real quick. I can find a mirror in this mess. There we go. Okay, I have a mirror. Not much of a mirror, but it's a acrylic mirror I was gonna use for the laser. So Dee's picked me up, and she's gonna come back in a bit. And there is Dee with the thing, which has completed its mission. Just needs a better battery than, you know, crappy $9 Radio Shack batteries. Robot. Thank you. Okay. Yep. So there's a note for me in there. That's the. Okay, this is the note that was on the. We will take the package, but our policy is to have the customer drop off and take the receipt. I will put the receipt in the box. They're gonna have to come up with their. They're gonna have to come up with a drone policy, I think. This was funny.
Policy.
Huh?
I am a person, not a robot.
Yep. That was cute and fun. Okay, let me show you the. Okay, let me show you the. Let me allow the device to. No, actually, well, no, it. The stream is fine. The robot is off. So instead of this is a very this is a pretty simplified system. So instead of just complaining, giving you like a users of line thing, it will just it will just show you the last image it got. So let me show you the. I want to kind of show the thing from the outside.
TTS on.
That's a voice, by the way. It gets there. It's kind of cute, I guess. So what it did not do is do the last part because again it's out of power. But what it is not out of is connectivity, I hope. So let me see if this guy reconnects properly. Oh, okay, I know what happened. I know why the battery died so early. Bluetooth was on. So this is the lab. This is where I work. And this is the device. And that's my foot. As you can... Yeah, that's... I go barefoot all the time. Basically, unless somebody tells me to put shoes on, I just, go barefoot. And there we go. And this. Thanks. What can we do for you? You can ship my stuff and, not complain about it. These guys are being super nice, actually. We will take the package, but our policy is to have the customer drop off and take the receipt. I will put the receipt in the box. So yeah, that's the system. That's the control. That's the control, and that's the map. I think that's all the data you need. However, would you like to see a laser go? Okay. So this is a different project, and this is a 3D printer, which has been modified to work with a laser. Now, actually, that's my pinky finger. It's got nothing to do with anything else. So these are my 3D printers. That's the standard one. And this is the one with the laser. Now, just to show you what it can do, I'm gonna cut the Robots Everywhere logo on a random piece of, wood, plastic, whatever happens to be around. And that's a filament extruder. All right. So you take the piece, you put the piece on position, and you hit print. Actually, in this case, we have to load the control first. Okay, load file. Now the cute part is that this is still a 3D printer. It will very happily operate as a 3D printer. So let's hit print. So that's your standard issue. That's a laser from a Blu-ray drive, by the way. And you can't really see much because the blue light is kind of killing everything else, but that's the problem with the camera. By the way, if you do this, keep your goggles on because you should not be staring directly at the beam. The worst thing I can do here is break the camera's phone. If I stare at it, the worst thing I can do is break my eye, which is not fun. And here's the Robots Everywhere logo. So that's it. I think that's the end of the stream. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it was slightly less derpy than, you know, the KSP stuff I usually do. So this was Spirit Plumber from Robots Everywhere. We are done here.